We're going to turn right now to an ABC News exclusive with One Tree Hill star Bevin Prince speaking for the first time on camera since the sudden loss of her husband. He was struck by lightning while on a boat in North Carolina back in July, and Ariel Reshef sat down with Bevin, and she is joining us now to tell us more about the story. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you guys. It is the kind of heart-wrenching and seemingly random tragedy that really just stops you in your tracks. I met with Bevin in her North Carolina beachside home. She shared with Will, and you could just feel the love between them. Now, 5 months after his shocking death, she says she's still processing the immense pain, but she believes there was something larger at play that fateful day on the water.
I'm just so proud. I'm so proud that I got to do life with him.
This morning, in her first TV interview since the sudden death of her husband, Will, One Tree Hill alum Bevin Prince is opening up about love and loss.
Tell us a little bit about Will and why you adored him so much.
He was one of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life, by far. He lit up every single room he came into. You never forgot when you met Will Friend.
Like so many weekends the couple spent on the water near their home in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, they went boating with their family on July 3rd.
Take us back to that day in July.
There's 60-some boats out there. We look up and we can see the storm in a distance, but we've been there so many times, and there was no urgency for anyone to get off the water at that time. We were watching it, we were gauging it.
Will on a separate boat from Bevin with her father. Then the unthinkable happened. The 33-year-old struck by lightning.
Right before it hit him, he lit a cigar, and he looked at my father, and he said, "If we get struck by lightning, Mike, this is where I want to be." And then it happened, and it was instant.
Others nearby racing to help.
Luckily, there were people on the boat next to us, a nurse, an ex-military. They moved him over to the police boat quickly, and from what I've heard, spent a lot of time and care trying to resuscitate him, and I believe it was really his time.
Bevin left to face a life without the man she calls her soulmate.
You've said that this is larger than you. What do you mean by that?
There was a lot of divinity in it. He was 33 years old. It was July 3rd, and I believe the exact time that the lightning struck was 3:13 p.m. So knowing that all the resources were there to potentially save him, I have to believe that something bigger beyond me was calling him.
Friends from all corners of the world rushing to be by her side, including several of her co-stars from her hit show.
It's unfortunate and fortunate that in this situation it takes a tragedy to be able to see how people rally and support and love you. And I'm incredibly fortunate in this situation.
Bevin now forging on in Will's memory, pursuing the passion he helped foster, her high-intensity cycling business, Recess by Bevin.
He believed in me and my message and what Recess really is, which is community, support, an ability to show up exactly as you are and breathe and move together.
Creating a community with those who lifted her up and continue to carry her through.
How do you begin to pick up the pieces after a loss of this magnitude?
There's really two options in this situation. You can choose to stay on this planet, or you can choose to not. And the latter really isn't an option for me. Will lived such a life of purpose. I feel a responsibility to carry that on and to find my own way to continue to serve in his honor. And that's what my life will be now.
And it is clear she is devoted to that. Bevin says that she has found comfort in the moments that she feels Will's presence around her, and that honoring his legacy by giving back to the community is helping her navigate a life she never thought that she would live without him. I have to say this was an incredibly emotional interview, and just spending a couple of minutes with her, you feel Will. You know Will, and that just shows how much she loved him and how strong she is.
It's an incredibly sad story, but she really is turning this tragedy into such an important message.
She is.
Yeah.
The fact that she is strong enough to tell that story right now after just months is incredible.
It really is, and we were honored to tell it.
Thank you. Thank you, Ariel.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.